God. Was this a good idea to stream? I'm so sick right now. God. Hey. Probably a bit late for a stream. Anywho, what are we doing? I'm working on my programming language some more. And, I'm working on my programming language some more. And what I gotta do is add, function calls and, variables. Hi, Lalo. I am sick, so pardon any weird talking. Just got a sore throat yesterday, and it rapidly went from there. Now I feel like shit. That's what I'm trying to say. And my coughing is not so much like coughing, it's more like wheezing. Like trying to get rejected air out of my system. It feels like I have a rubber ball in my esophagus pushing on the sides. It is so uncomfortable, it almost feels like I'm choking. Alright. So first of all, I gotta add the let keyword. I already have parsing for the const keyword. So for those of you, because I did a lot of programming off the last stream. The last stream I didn't even know how to write a parser. So let me bring you guys up to speed. Basically, so far I can parse complex things. So like for example, import foo, bar, import everything from bar, and then import baz. I can parse this. I can also do function main. I can also like do args, why not? And args, I actually haven't implemented an array or vector type yet, so I'll leave that out. But I can do main returns a U8 and I can do return 0. So the language can parse this. The language can also parse comments. So like I can do a multi-line comment right here. Noxel programming test file. Hi Tiago. I'm a bit sick, so I'm not gonna sound my greatest. But I wanted to do a programming stream, so here we are. Yes, I do, actually. You were the one who sent me... Let me find it here. You're the one who sent me Porth. I took a look at that. It's not exactly a compiler. He's essentially just copying and pasting assembly, which it's more like a macro, if anything. Like a C macro where it fills in something for you. So it's more like an automation thing, but not really a compiler. Which a compiler essentially does the same thing as Porth, except it generates assembly and is more dynamic. So, alright. So far, Noxel can parse the following. Noxel can parse this. So in main, which the main file right now is temporary, it's just filled with garbage to get stuff up and running. So in main, I'm checking if this test file exists. I read from that instead of a prompt. So if I cargo run, whoops, what is going on here? Oh, did I not get pull? I'm too lazy to deal. Okay, I'll do this the proper way. I'm terrible at Git, by the way. I really need to learn Git. Okay, if I look in Git ignore, yeah, I'm on the newest version. I don't want to use lazy Git. I want to learn Git the proper way. Lazy Git just sounds like it's almost, yeah, no, I don't want to use lazy Git. It's like using Visual Studio to learn how to program in C. It's abstracting all the build stuff away, which is like 50% of learning C. So I'm not going to use lazy Git because I want to learn things the proper way. That's why I use Linux. I don't use abstractions all that much, you know, stuff like that. And if I'm actually going to make like software that a ton of people are going to use, I better know Git. Also, I got a job at a company called ALTR. I have to program in Go, which I despise Go, and I need to learn Git. Why do you hate Git CLI? I really like it. Because it's the CLI, I don't have to go into it too. I think I have lazy Git installed. Yeah, I do. Lazy Git is pretty damn cool. Honestly, I might make my own clone of lazy Git written in Rust, and so I can still learn how Git works. But yeah, I don't know. Ugh. God, I feel terrible. Yeah. Alright, so why is this not working? Okay, got that. Okay, first of all, just to make sure that this is not shitting itself for whatever reason, it does work. I'm able to parse without the multi-line comments, so like tree nodes, node import, import foo, bar, baz. Oh, that's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so for whatever reason, oh, okay, never mind. So, okay, bar all, yeah, okay, this works. And then down here we have constant creation, x, unsigned integer, so kind data type unsigned integer, 8 bits, value unsigned integer with a value of 5, and it's a literal. Yeah, but that's the price of learning something. You can apply the same thing to like Go and Rust. Go is a compiled language, but it has a garbage collector and all this weird cruft. Like, for example, in Go, to make a function public, you capitalize the first letter of the function name, which is just absolute batshit crazy. I'm not really surprised, but Ken Thompson, the guy who created the C programming language, also created Go. I'm not surprised because he is brilliant. He is brilliant at writing compilers and stuff, but he is horrible at language design. C is a horrible mess. It was innovative for its time, but his language design skills have not innovated. So he is terrible at designing a language, though he's brilliant at designing a compiler for a language. So, yeah. But Go is easy to use. You can get shit done in Go very quickly, though you're going to have to pay with the downside of some of the choices Go has made, which are some really bad choices. Hello, JSD, JSJDJ, JHDJD. Hello. So, if you want to create stuff in Go, it's going to be memory safe, but it's going to be a lot slower than in something like Rust, because it has to deal with the garbage collector. And also, Go has like a terrible testing environment. Go is not very fun to work with. Also, get this, to append a value to an array in Go, which actually a vector in Go is called a slice. It's a little counterintuitive. You have to copy the entire slice, add the value, then assign that new slice to the old slice. And it's so weird. I can show you real quickly. I go off in a tangent. I don't use Godot, so I can remove that mkdir. Go mkdir testing Go mod init testing, or just testing. Yeah, as long as you know what's going on behind the scenes, I don't see a problem with lazy git. Touch main.go. Main.go. Package main. Import. FMT. Get some hello world action going. Func main. Func main. fmt.print line hello world. Yeah, I use git shell aliases. I've done that before, but it gets really dangerous. I've pushed stuff that I haven't meant to push before because of alias mistypes. Like, I've actually deleted my entire .config directory before with aliases. It's not fun. I would take safety over convenience any day. Go run main.go. Alright, so that's hello world. The way you append values to a slice in Go, so let me create a slice. I'll just create it. I'll just create one called words. String. The quick brown fox. Those are words. And now what I'm going to do is the way you append another element to this array is you do words equals append words, and then the element you want to append. This is how you pen values in Go, and it makes my nerves boil every time I see it. So now I can fmt.print printf words %v words. So this is how you pen values in Go, and it drives me insane. Let me run this file again. You can see it prints out. So I hate Go. I hate Go so much. Okay, back to Rust, my beloved Rust. Up until my programming language becomes mature enough, and then I'll ditch Rust and all the other languages. I'll just use my language and rewrite all the libraries I like from Rust, but in my language. Sounds fun. More streams to come. Alright, so what is good? So why is this happening? So I can write a multi-line comment, test comment. So why is this happening? Let's look in Lexer. Yeah, LazyGit makes stuff easier, but you still have to know what's going on behind the backgrounds if you really want to call yourself a Git master. Tokenize comments. Okay. What is why what woo? Okay, so down here in Alright, let me switch to the Lexer to see what's going on for a lexical analysis. Okay, sorry what I said. Git masters who use LazyGit, that's based. Git newbies who use LazyGit, that's unbased. Alright, what is going on here? So we've got, and I should move this to the top so it's easier to see. So what is going on here? Okay. What I see is it's not deleting this. Okay. That should be an easy fix. Lexer multi-line. Here we go. So oh god. Okay. So okay. So what is going on here? So it looks like I am removing that. So why is this happening? Okay. This should be, hold on. Let removed. Sheesh. Lighten up on the coffee, will ya? So I'm going to assert that removed.kind is equal to token type math op div. So the assertion passes. So why is this? Okay. Okay, so what is going on here? Line 5 at column 2. What is going on here? Oh. You know what is going on here? This is not getting removed. See, I'm so glad my Lexer is able to tell me where stuff happens. Sorry, Mr. Sir, you're fine. So it's... Once I reach the end of the multi-line comment, I need to break. Or sorry, I need to increment pointer again. Pointer plus equals 1, I think. Let's see. Yeah, that seems to have fixed it. So if I go back into main RS and I go back down to Lex thing and I change it back to parse thing and cargo run. Yeah, now it works. So this works, and if I verify that yes, in test file, I do in fact have this multi-line comment, and I can move it under the import statement just to verify, you know, really test it, because this is going to be a serious programming language at the end of the day. 6 p.m. where you are. Nice. Yeah, as you can see up here, it's 7:40 p.m. for me. I'm assuming you're rounding up, so I think I'm 2 hours ahead of you. Alright, where was I? Yes, adding the let keyword to the parser. So I've got, right, I need let. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so what I'm doing in my Lexer for single line comments, the Lexer is actually able to track the position of my, quote, pointer, end quote. The pointer just points at the index in the input string that I'm following. It's actually able to track that, so I just, and I can show you. When I'm going to a new line, I just reset this comment variable. So I have this variable here called comment. I'm setting it to false. And down here, when I hit a new line, I just set comment to false. And when comment is true, I just skip over characters until this new line thing occurs. Variable creation. I need to create this now. Create it down here. Derive, debug, clone. Pub struct. Since my language is also going to be sort of like a Rust 2.0, I'm also thinking that bootstrapping this compiler is going to be stupid easy, because Rust syntax and Noxel syntax are going to be pretty close. They're going to be pretty similar. There's only going to be slight differences, like for example, in Noxel, so like in Rust, you declare functions, return types like this. In Noxel, it's consistent with everything else, and you use a colon. So like for example, it's consistent with that. That's what I'm doing in Noxel. I think it's more consistent and nice. I don't know why Rust went with the arrow approach. It's kind of weird. Also probably makes lexing slower. Yeah. Yeah, I saw a Zozing, however you pronounce it, He looked at an emulator called UXN, and I thought that was pretty freaking cool. Yeah, so, me and Suzing actually speak Russian, which is fun. But I don't really want to spend any brain power on Russian right now, as I'm kind of sick. No, UXN is actually stack-based. Sort of like Porth or Fourth. Variable creation. My god. I'm sick to like where my calf muscles feel super atrophied. Okay, so variable creation. I want pub name is a reference counter, or however that stands for, RC string. I'm not sure, actually. I don't program in Java. To tell you the truth, I kind of despise every programming language other than Rust. And I'm getting a little too picky when I'm starting to despise Rust. That's why I'm creating my own programming languages. Rust has so many problems. Mutable bool. Constant creation. Kind. Oh, I called this kind. Kind, value, mutable. Yeah, okay. So now I need pub value is an expression. So constant has to be a literal because, you can't, constants are at compile time. So, your constants have to be like this. You can't have something like calc. Yeah, Rust is awesome. So Rust is the best programming language I have used to date. Next best is Zig. So my problems with Rust and languages that also share these flaws is that Rust, it's memory safe and whatnot, but it's not compile safe. And what I mean by that is when you add a dependency from crates.io, as soon as you do that, your program is no longer compile safe because those dependencies are added to a git ignore. And they're not really stored in such a way where you can really back them up. They're kind of just like temp files. So you have to rely on crates.io being online and existing to compile most Rust apps, which is a terrible flaw. So in Noxel, literally the first reason I decided to create Noxel is to create it so you can add dependencies with a package manager, but those dependencies are included in the project files as sort of like immutable add-ons. So you're not allowed to change their source code, otherwise they get overwritten, but they're there. So even if my package registry gets nuked to oblivion, those dependencies will still be there in your project locally and you'll be able to compile them. The Noxel compiler written in Rust does have some dependencies, which I can easily rewrite in Noxel itself. I can vendor dependencies in Cargo. Yeah, I guess, but it's not built in, it's not a focus of the language. That's what really bothers me. You'd have to be, by default, with something like Rust, most people don't care. So you'd have to be a nut like me to actually care about that. So, yeah. I want Noxel to actually focus on that by default. So, even without thinking, your Noxel projects are compile safe. Also, Rust has a lot of bugs. Like, this is gonna sound too... Like, you can actually trick the Rust ownership and borrowing system. You can actually trick it. You can make lifetimes that live longer than they should. Essentially creating a weird situation where you're accessing unauthorized memory. And I know how to fix this bug, and it's really weird that Rust has not fixed it by now, so that's another thing, is Noxel will fix all these weird ownership and borrowing bugs that Rust has, and Rust doesn't fix them. It's a simple fix, and I'm honestly mind blown that it hasn't been fixed yet, considering the Rust team is very large, and it's used by many big companies. Constant creation, variable creation. Okay, variable creation is here. Why am I still here? So now I gotta go to parser, and I gotta add a method to actually parse the let keyword. Yeah. Although, now that I think of it, it kind of makes sense, because once you have crates like fake static, which are literally abusing this bug, like using it to make programs, you can't exactly patch it, because then you're breaking a lot of projects that use crates like fake static. Let me show you how the bug is triggered. Essentially, it has to do with lifetimes. So if I create a new function here called main, and no, actually, well, yes, you have to write it on purpose, but the way you trigger the bug is ridiculous. So if I create a constant up here, it's like const thing, and this is something that lives for the entire program duration. Like, this will live for the entire program duration. Oh, hi, Elseca. I am writing a programming language in Rust, and it's going to be compiled, so eventually I want to bootstrap it, write a compiler in itself. So right now I'm talking about an obscure bug in Rust where you can trick the compiler. So what you can do to extend any lifetime to static is essentially just like function extend, and this will return BT, and T is a generic, and then there will also be A, B, T, and this will be I don't have the cognitive abilities for this right now. Yeah. Alright, I'm sorry to cut this short, but I am actually sick right now, and I can feel myself heating up just thinking about this. Okay. I'm gonna turn on my fan. Well, no, it's not difficult to trigger the bug. It's very easy. I just don't want to think about how to do it again, because I've only seen other people do it. I haven't actually written it myself. But essentially, the way it works... no, it's not difficult to fix it. You essentially just have to add another syntax check. That's it. But it's probably difficult to fix due to like backwards compatibility issues and stuff, because things like things like fake static already exist. So the way you trigger it essentially is you assign a function to a variable, and then you change that type to static instead of AB. It's insane how easy it is. Yeah, they sent a PR, but that PR was closed because someone made a video about the bug, and the PR got spammed. So, it was closed. Due to spam, which is fucking stupid. Alright. Function parse expression. Yeah, bruh. Bruh, I know. Alright, parse statement. Keyword const, token type, keyword, import, let, pub moot, yeah, okay. Yep, people are freaking stupid. Let node equals self dot parse let node new statement let whoops, what did, let node self dot. Alright, see ya, Tiago. Parse let node. Rust syntax is one of the most obscure things you've ever seen. I'm not really sure what you mean by that. Like, that sentence doesn't make any sense. You're saying Rust syntax is hidden, like, less obvious. But less obvious as in you wouldn't realize it. Just doesn't make any sense. Okay, I gotta start shutting down now. Yeah, I don't understand what you mean by Rust syntax is obscure. No worries. I get a lot of, like, Russian and Indian people watching my videos when I check my demographics. It's weird, but kind of cool. Not down here. Parse direct path. I should put it above here. Parse let. Oh, obscure languages. Yeah, Ada Lang. I've never even heard of it. If you really want to have a fun time with programming languages, check out esoteric programming languages, especially languages like Brainfuck. They're Turing complete, but very esoteric. Okay, what to expect. So this parse let is only going to be initiated if it's the correct token. Yeesh. Yeah, I love Sodding. In fact, Sodding is the one who inspired me to do programming streams. Let moot span equals self.eat.span let keyword. Yeah, Brainfuck, it's not supposed to be bad, it's a form of art. It's supposed to have a very small compiler. So, like, the only symbols in Brainfuck are these. That's it. In fact, I have a stream on my channel that's 6 hours long where I write a programming language that compiles down to Brainfuck. I recommend watching that if you want some entertainment after this stream. Shameless plug. Though, never mind, I forgot what I was gonna say. Alright, self.check vector. This is just a variant of the check method that returns a vec error instead of an error. Error. Token type kind ident. I'm expecting an ident at index at a 0. The average, I'm not sure if this is what you're referring to, but the average attention span of today's children is crazy short. It's honestly scary. Next thing you know, you're going to have people launching nukes because they decide to look at TikTok in the midst of a nuke launch. And they launch it prematurely and bomb their own nation or something. Sheesh. Let head equals self dot head match head dot kind, and I want to, this is the name, and this will be RC string. Token type ident, ref ident, ident.clone. And cloning is fine because this is a smart pointer. That's been done before. People have written Brainfuck compilers in Brainfuck. You just scroll TikTok all day. Yeah. See, the only social media I have, I don't know if you can call it social media. Really, all it is YouTube and Discord. And I do have a Mastodon account, but I literally never use it. The only time that I've ever interacted with TikTok is when, like, someone sends me a link disguised as, like, a renamed link, and it just so happens to be a TikTok link, and I close that tab immediately. Or, like, a friend of mine takes a video of me without me knowing and then posts it to TikTok, which has happened before, and I've gotten very angry at them about that. Span.end equals span.end equals self.eat.span.end. So ident, and then we want to see match. So let head again, self.head. Match head.kind. And we want to do token type colon. So this is the optional data type. Else we'll have to infer the data type, which I'm thinking the parser can easily do that. Let data, let kind equals head.kind. So, Yeah, what I do is when I watch a YouTube short, I have a no scroll rule. So like you'll have 4 YouTube shorts on the home page. What I do is click those 4 shorts, but I never scroll my finger up. So I never get trapped in that loop. I just watch the top 4 shorts on the page, and then I scroll more on the page itself, which is a lot harder to get trapped on. Span.end. Yeah, it is a nice strat. My brother's addicted though to stuff like YouTube Shorts. He doesn't care about this whole like keep your brain healthy and keep your life private thing. He just wants to play video games and stuff. He plays Lethal Company and Roblox, which ugh. Sorry any Roblox fans, but yeesh. Let self.parse data type. That's what we want. Let data type node. Yeah. Roblox players are also super annoying. Yeah. I love Minecraft. I think Minecraft is awesome. I'm actually creating a game that's inspired by Minecraft. I've been working on it for quite a bit. Option data type. Alright, I gotta finish up the stream, so I'm gonna finish up here. No, my microphone is my freaking hell. My mic works. I just muted it. I am back. Thank you, El Seca. Can you hear me? Alright, good. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish up the stream because I gotta get off. So span.end equals self.eat.span.end. So that's the assigned thing taken care of. No, I'm just going to make life easier for me, and what I'm going to do is in variable creation, I'm going to make this kind optional, so I don't have to infer it in the parser. I infer it at compile time. The to-do? Oh, yeah, no. So what I do is I actually use a program I made called ToEdo. So I can show you if I open up a new instance of that ToEdo. It's a to-do application I made in Rust using the Ratatouille TUI framework. So, working on this with that. Alright, so now I gotta let value equals, yeah, Sonic Mix, really cool stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Self.parse. Self.parse expression. Span.end equals value.span.end. Oh, fucking hell. Sorry, pardon my French, but what the fuck? It's made in Go. Hi. Self.check vector token type kind semicolon. No, Go is horrible. Also, hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on.
November 21st, 2022.
Yes! Okay, residual entropy. You are the guy I learned about the Rust bug I was talking about earlier from. And, like, I was saying it's an easy fix because all you have to do is just add another syntax check. So you can't do that kind of thing with, like, changing to static. So, yes. You know what? Yeah, here you go. Here you go. Yeah, here you go. Here you go. I'm subscribed. Also, I do like bad Apple content, so that's nice. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's a great video, though it was pretty sped up. I've made the same mistake. I have a video, youtube.com/oglowthenerd. I have a video about a tool I made called Rebos. I have a tool called Rebos here, and I sped up that video. And yeah, it's a mistake. A lot of YouTubers probably make that mistake. I live down in Austin, Texas, so down here we folks speak pretty slowly. I was learning Japanese, but Duolingo kinda sucks. I can't exactly pay for a language learning service, though I do have a job now, so I am starting to make money. By the way, I opened up my bank account with $303, so I'm hoping to get some luck from that. variable creation. Я не говорю по-японски, я говорю по-русски. I speak Russian, not Japanese. Though, я говорю немного по-русски. Wait, no. I'm 6, I can't really think in foreign languages. Я говорю немного по-японски. Yeah. Yeah. Duolingo sucks for Asian languages. I know Russian because my mom was born in Ukraine, so I started taking Russian lessons because all the family on her side speaks Russian, including her. She was actually born in Mariupol, so question is, was she born in Ukraine or was she born in Russia? Considering when she was born in Ukraine as part of when she was born in Mariupol, it was part of Ukraine, but now it's part of Russia because it was annexed by Russia. Honestly, hear me out. The killer language, the best language, would be a language with the English alphabet, and the Japanese grammar, but also the English counting system. Because the fact that Japanese makes intent so clear, like there's a dedicated word for saying this sentence is a question, other languages need that. There's, like, I would be surprised if autistic people have a hard time in Japan understanding intent. I would be very surprised. Let me move this down so I can see Rust errors. Missing fields. Yeah, okay. Particles. Yeah, I do get that. Speaking in Japanese is a little like writing code. It's very specific, and yes, very context sensitive. But there's no conjugation from what I've experienced. So, like, in Russian, there are some things that are easy to say, like, я голодный, ты голодный, они голодны. Like, you don't need to conjugate that, but then you have things like, я говорю по-русски, ты говоришь по-русски, они говорят по-русски. Like, you have to conjugate it. It gets really confusing really quick. I'm horrible at Russian conjugation, by the way. Yeah, Japanese is nice. It has words to glue everything together. It just makes sense. Like, I found Japanese one of the easiest languages for me to learn. Yeah. Yeah. That sounds about right, I think. Name, kind, value, mutable. Name, kind, value, and mutable. I need to say whether this variable is mutable. Yeah. Yeah, Japanese is a very interesting language. Yeah, I don't speak Spanish or Portuguese. I don't know. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna have to wrap this stream up. My dad's gonna come in any second now and say I need to stop. Why is this complaining? Mismatch. Abstract. Value. Value.node. Yeah, alright, well, nice chatting, well. Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, I always like doing live streams that do really well, because I get to chat with people. Yeah, it's kind of funny that, though, like, visual entropy, I was literally watching you. I had a orthopedic thing today, and I was watching you in the car while my mom was driving. Of course, I wasn't driving and watching videos. I am 15. I'm not old enough yet to drive on my own. When are you streaming? I don't have a schedule. I find it very hard in my current predicament to schedule videos because I have school, I have a job now. Like, it's hard for me to schedule stuff. So I just stream whenever I feel like it or have time. I haven't posted a video in a month. I've been active streaming, but I haven't posted a video in a month. Yeah. Also, if you guys want to check out the source code for what I'm making here, it's gitlab.com noxel-lang noxel. Yeah. Schedules are overrated. They just add a lot of stress. Honestly, if you just add some alarms to let you know, oh, hey, this is coming up, that's about as much as you need, I'd say. But having like a strict schedule, like eat dinner at 6 p.m. and eat breakfast at 8 p.m., that's ridiculous. Yes. I love Rust. I love Zig. Oh, and yet this, you may have not been in the stream when I was saying this, but I'm also going to make it so package registries, the way you download dependencies is they're vendored by default. Like they're immutable files that are overwritten if you try and like change them. So if the package registry is nuked, the dependencies are stored locally, so you can still compile the program even if the package registry is nuked. Yeah, you joined late. I mean, hopefully you'll join for another stream. If you want to watch any of my other streams, I have a 6-hour live stream where I program a language that compiles to Brainfuck. Mutable, I need to handle the mutt keyword. Oh, also, okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, I hope you join again. That's kind of cool that another YouTuber that I actually watched earlier today just stumbled into the stream. Alright, so I need to, down here in let, I also need to let head equals self.head. Yeah, I did leave a comment. Yeah, probably. I mean, maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, also, if you wanna, another shameless plug, if you wanna join my Discord server, it's on my links at oglo.dev. There's a button, here. Oh, here it is, here's the repo. It's, right here, Discord server. You can click that and join if you want to. My website is very broken. So I need to rewrite my website. I am, like, no joke, my website here is the first HTML and CSS I've actually written. I think I did pretty good for a first website, but yeah, it's a nightmare of CSS problems. I need to look into, like, actual real website technologies, not just, like, bare CSS. Though I really don't want to go down the web dev thing. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think the style, this underline style I have going on, really upgrades my look a lot. Yeah, I think the reason mine did so well is I was actually trying to write a serious website, so I took it very seriously. So I spent like 5 hours trying to figure stuff out and whatnot. Yeah. Token type. I'm also a Linux ricer, so I know how to, like, follow color schemes and stuff. Though my first Qtile rice was a nightmare. It did not follow color schemes very well. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm homeschooled, so I don't get opportunities like that, but, you know, I'm not missing much, I would say. Yeah. Alright, so that should handle mutability. Yeah, if you do ricing, I highly recommend Hyperland. Hyperland's spelled like this. Oh, come on. No. Vimium gets in my way so much. Hyperland. I recommend checking out Hyperland. It's a Wayland compositor. Yeah, homeschooled. I'm schooled at home. Yeah, Hyperland. It's really cool. You can even, like, write your own custom animation code and stuff. And it's all Wayland, which is awesome. Xorg is bloated and dead. Don't use it. It works, but it's a dead project pretty much, so just use Wayland. Alright, so that should be variable. Yeah, thank you. I can actually show you hyperland.conf. I can actually show you down here I'm making the animations. Oop. Yeah, nice. Yeah, Wayland has been awesome. Like, Xorg Ricing feels so janky, but then you come to Wayland and you have things like Sway and C, which is a notification daemon with a notification systrate, and everything is customized with CSS. It's awesome. Alright, so now this should work. Now I should be able to parse cargo run. Yeah, it's freaking janky. So now I should say let x equals string hello world. So now this should be a thing where, like, I can parse let statements. Yeah, you can use PyCom to minimize that, but it's not perfect. Variable creation name x sum string literal string hello world mutable false. Good. Now I'll test the mutable keyword. let moot. Yeah, PyCom does kind of suck. Especially the fork situation. Yeah, mutable true, let's go. And yes, ASTs, building a parser feels so gratifying. Because you can build out this awesome looking AST. Let me test to make sure data type's not being specified works. Kind. Good, that works. Test file, let x. Let's see. Alright, I really gotta get off now, so I'm gonna finish this up, push it to Git, and then get off, and I'll see you guys. So, let me just... Dad didn't come this time. Brother came. I don't know why my brother checks up on me. He doesn't have to. I get the point from my dad. Yeah, nice talking. I'm glad you jumped in. Alright, so... let me make sure this works. Yep, okay. So... any tasks done? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is a serious project too, so down the line this is going to be a real programming language that I expect to use for my own personal projects, and I hope other people use it too, stuff like that. And I also want to improve on the Rust ownership and borrowing system and stuff. Yeah. Alright. My coughs are getting up to me. I'm sorry for making you feel old. I mean, if you feel old, maybe you are old. Sorry, that was kinda mean. Yeah, Noxel's definitely not usable yet, but I'm hoping it will be usable. Yeah, you're not old. You're only 3 years older than me. You're fine. Git add. Git commit. Let keyword. Git push. Git status. And with that, I will see you guys next time. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the stream. Alright. And bye-bye. And one more time, I will link the repository. I'm sorry you missed the stream. Alright. You can join the next stream, hopefully. Alright, see ya. See ya. Bye-bye. Let me just verify this is the correct link. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I hope you also all have a great day. Alright, I'm ending stream. See ya, guys. Peace out, nerds.